What if I told you that those graphs and these prices down here are not referring to the stock market, but instead sneaker prices? Well, I mean, you probably wouldn't be that surprised given the title of this video, but still, the point I'm trying to make here is that the sneaker market is no joke at all. It's projected to become a $6 billion market by 2025. We're not talking milli, we're talking billion. There are people making hundreds of thousands of dollars reselling sneakers.
You could make 50 grand in a weekend, man.
Even millions.
20 million in sales.
And some of these moguls are still in middle school.
Yes, sir. We cop some shoes.
This whole market is just crazy. It fascinates me. So in this video, I figured it'd be interesting to document myself diving into this business and trying out this form of making money as a complete beginner with zero prior experience. When I say zero experience, I really mean it. The extent of my shoe game knowledge is I might watch a complex sneaker shopping with episode here and there.
Don't ever play yourself. That's what he's called.
But that's about it. I couldn't tell you the difference between the types of Jordans out there. I don't know what sells for what price. My personal shoe game, kinda weak. I really don't drip too hard. It just consists of me buying the same pair of shoes for like the last 2 or 3 years. But from the little research I've done in preparation for this video, I can tell you that there are different forms of sneaker reselling. A very common one is buying shoes for retail prices, either online or physically waiting in line for a release, and then immediately listing that shoe on eBay. There's an app called GOAT as well as one called StockX, and you sell the shoes you buy on those apps and platforms. And although this form of sneaker reselling is very popular, I'm not going to be getting into it in this video just because that takes timing and experience. I don't know when the next hype shoe is going to drop or what pair is going to be worth more on the resale market. Instead, I'm going to go with a different kind of sneaker reselling, a type that can basically be done by anyone at any time. Obviously, having experience would help, but I think this next kind of sneaker reselling I could manage as a complete beginner. And this involves retail arbitrage, which means you buy shoes in retail stores, not like hypey stores, but ones such as Marshalls and outlet stores, and then sell them for more online. Now, I previously thought that in order to do this, you kind of still have to have some experience to know what sells, and then you have to list things on eBay, you have to wait for someone to buy the shoe, it might take months for the shoe to sell, then you have to figure out how to ship it and how much to pay for shipping, but that does not have to be the case. All thanks to a company called StockX that in recent years just completely took over the sneaker reselling market. I'm not affiliated with them in any shape or form, but here's how their app/platform works. It's basically like the world's first stock market for items. It's a live bid-ask marketplace. Buyers place bids, sellers place asks, and when a bid and an ask meet, the transaction happens automatically. But let me put you onto a strategy here that kind of blew my mind. It's really genius. What you can do is go to a store such as Marshalls that sells clothes and shoes that are just, I guess, overstocked in other stores, so they sell them there for a discount. Well, I can go to Marshalls or an outlet, potentially find this shoe in store, a size 10 for $100, and before I even buy it, I can go on this app, see if someone wants it for more. As you can see, someone placed a bid for $235. I'd press $235. I can see that after the fees, I would get $205, so I would proceed and sell this shoe for $205. And only then go ahead, check out of the store, pay the $100, ship it to a StockX authentication center, and there you go. You paid $100 for the shoe and sold it for $205 before you even left the retail store. And the person who placed this bid will get their card automatically charged. Since to place a bid, that person has to put in their card information beforehand. I mean, sure, you could probably get more for the shoe on eBay or if you list it on GOAT, but this right here eliminates all of the risk involved since again, you have a buyer lined up before you even pay for the shoe. The only kind of caveat here is that the shoes have to be in a brand new box, undamaged, so thrift shops won't really work for this. Ross won't either since they don't usually give you the box, but there's plenty of other places you can hunt for the shoes on discount and get them with the box, and that's exactly what we're gonna do in this video. I will be putting this to the ultimate test and see if I can make money with this as an absolute complete beginner. Can you actually find shoes at these retail stores that would sell on here, or is it too good to be true? I guess only one way to find out, so let's head over to the first store. Right now, I just kind of want to get like a feel for the strategy. I want to check if there's actually any shoes inside of Marshalls that people are willing to pay for on the app. Store number 1, here we go. So once I got inside, I basically just started looking up every brand name shoe there on StockX, and to my surprise, a lot of them were popping up on the app with bids on them. However, it was mostly under the Marshalls price or just about break even. I did find these kids Adidas right off the bat that were selling for $20, and there was a bid on StockX for this exact size that I'd make like $10 off even after fees and taxes, but unfortunately the box was ripped up, so that wouldn't pass. I heard that they're really picky about that. I also found some 2017 Hyperdunks selling for $40, $50. There were bids for them sitting at $80 on StockX, but unfortunately the sizes at the store were like above 13, 14, and there weren't any bids for those sizes. I continued looking and eventually stumbled upon these Nikes that were $59.99. With tax, they cost me $64. Someone had a bid up for $78 on them, and after the fees, I immediately sold them for $68.25. So we had some profit at the very first store. First store we go to, I literally find something that we can resell. So I got these Nike Air Zoom Mariah Flyknit racers. They cost me $64.64. After all the fees, I sold them for $68.25. It's only like $4. I gotta admit, I mainly just got these as a kind of backup in case we don't find any other deals, so that I at least have one pair of shoes that I can test this StockX app with. But for now, let's go ahead and go to the second Marshall's location. Second store, I found some Jordans that were $50, but after all the StockX fees, it wouldn't be a profitable sell, so I kept looking and stumbled on these Adidas. Checked StockX. Right off the bat, I could see that the last sale for these happened at $100, which was a great sign. I checked the bids. There was one for $75 on a size 11. I was holding a size 11. I sold, got $65.63, and then went ahead and purchased them for $53.86 at Marshall's. Okay, you gotta be kidding me. Where was this when I was working minimum wages? I would be all over this. We're on our second store and we got our second pair. I gotta say, this is low-key kind of a good time, but unfortunately I don't have any more time to go to another Marshall's today. So today's Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. On Monday, we should be back. I want to go to another Marshall's on Monday, maybe even two, and then go to some Adidas and Nike outlets. I heard if you check the clearance section there, you might be able to find something. It's gonna be it for now. I'll see you guys, I think, on Monday. Good morning. It's currently the Tuesday of next week. I really wanted to go out on Monday, which was yesterday, and hunt for some shoes, but unfortunately I couldn't. And I started off today. I was planning on just going directly to some outlets, to an Adidas and a Nike outlet, but I got some emails from StockX that were basically saying, yo, you gotta quit playing, send us our shoes, or we're gonna give you a penalty. You're about to cross your deadline. So that's what I just did. To ship out the shoes I got on Saturday, I headed over to Home Depot Tuesday morning, bought some extra small boxes that were 83 cents a box, came home, put the shoe box in the Home Depot box, realized I needed to put in some bubble wrap or packaging paper. So I went over to Staples, got some packaging paper, put the shoe in the box once again, also put in a special paper that StockX sends you. This time added wrapping paper, taped it up, slapped the shipping label that I got in my email, did that for the other pair, and I was done. All I had to do was then drop it off at a USPS office. But anyways, that's all good now. So we are on our way to an Adidas and Nike outlet. We're gonna check the clearance section. I bought 5 boxes at Home Depot this morning, so hopefully we can fill up all 5 boxes. We already got 2 down, we just need 3 more. Walking up to the Nike store, I was greeted with some very unfortunate news at the door. So I really should have checked on this ahead of time, but I guess due to all of this Modelo bug talk, and all Nike stores are closed. I'm gonna check on Adidas, hopefully that's open. If not, I guess we'll just have to go to Marshall's. Went over to the Adidas outlet, same exact thing there. I was really looking forward to checking out those clearance sections in the outlet stores because I watched YouTube videos on this, and that's where a lot of people find really good deals. But unfortunately, we can't do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to call a few Marshall's in the area. Hopefully those are open.
Yeah, they are open.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
With this good news in mind, I headed over to a new Marshall's. This one was in a pretty bougie area, which was a good sign, and I started hunting for some sneakers. Found these right here that sold on eBay for around $80 in the last month, but there weren't any bids on them on StockX, so I skipped on them and found these Superstar Adidas, which were a major score. I sold them for $64.75, only cost me $29.99 before tax, so this was like a $30 come up, but I didn't stop there. I was ready to head out when I saw the women's athletic shoe section. Figured I might as well see if there's anything there. Sure enough, found these Adidas Falcons for $24.99. Some of the colorways on these were going for over $100 on StockX. The ones I found though, there was a bid for $50, $43 after the fees, but I mean, I can't complain about an extra instant $16 profit on my way out. So at this point, I had 1 Home Depot box left that I wanted to fill up, so I went to yet another Marshall's. This store was pretty dry, but I thought I had a major come up with these Nikes. I checked StockX and they were selling for like $200. They were only costing $50 at Marshall's, but they were the wrong model. The actual ones at Marshall's were selling for like $20 on StockX. I got clickbaited so hard with those neon Nikes. I checked on StockX and they appeared to be worth $200, but it was the wrong model. They looked the exact same, but it wasn't the same shoe. I still have 1 more box that I need to fill up. I really want to hit that 5 pairs of shoes mark. There's a Marshall's on the way to the stew. I already went to that one on Saturday, Saturday, but it's already Tuesday, so maybe they updated their selection. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop by there. Maybe we can find something. This store didn't have much either, mostly the same stuff as Saturday. So I headed back to the Stew, packaged the 2 pairs that we did get, went back to the USPS office, dropped them off, and we are back. Now, before we break down the profits here for all of the flipping we did in this video, I want to go over just a few things. First of all, this is a great side hustle and a perfect gateway into the whole sneaker world. But I say side hustle and not business because, I mean, there's only so many outlet and discount stores in your area, so you're not really guaranteed to sustainably find pairs of shoes you can flip. I don't know how often these kinds of stores update their inventory, probably at least on a weekly basis, but it's not like you're gonna go into these stores every day and see a completely new inventory there. It'd also be cool if I could have gotten the chance to check out some of the outlet stores, since I've seen a lot of people on YouTube get some insane deals there. But back on topic though, the simplicity and low risk level of this side hustle is amazing. Anyone can do it and make a decent side income. The strategy I used is a great way to start, but eventually it would make sense to start listing some of the pairs you find on these different apps and maybe even on eBay, not just selling shoes that already have bids on them on StockX. Since throughout my hunting here, I spotted quite a few pairs that were selling pretty well and for a higher price on eBay, but there were no bids on them within the StockX app. So this strategy is a great way to start, build up some experience, and then maybe get into some more lucrative forms of sneaker reselling, or I mean, just stick to this concrete strategy and make some extra coffee money here and there. And also, the last thing I want to mention is coupons, which are like steroids for this hustle. The people who actually do this pretty seriously will find coupons for these different stores, and when they find a profitable deal, let's say in a Nike outlet store, they can apply that coupon to their purchase, and if it's like a 30% off coupon, well, their profit increases by 30%. So if you're smart about it, this sneaker reselling game can definitely make you some money. With other side hustles and businesses I tested out on this channel, like trading Forex or day trading Bitcoin, I'd be incredibly wary to actually recommend anyone partake in those hustles because they're very risky and you can lose money on them. But with this strategy, you don't buy the shoes before selling them, so there's really not much risk at all. If you'd like a side hustle that can make you a little extra money, this can definitely be the move, and I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it. But now let's go ahead and break down the profits for the flipping we did in this video. I bought the first Nike pair for $64.64, sold it for $68.25, which came out to a $3.61 profit. Second pair though, I bought for $53.86 and sold it for $65.63 for a respectable profit of $11.77. Third flip was the major one. I bought the pair for $32.12 and sold it for $64.75, so we secured a solid $32.06 profit on that. Last pair was the women's Falcon shoes, copped for $27.12 and sold them for $43.50, making it our second best flip at $16.38 profit until I actually sent it out and StockX didn't accept them because the box was actually from a different colorway. I kept the receipt for them though, and I didn't get charged any fees, so that's not really an issue. But then we got the boxes for shipping, which were 83 cents each, so 4 boxes, that's $3.38 after tax. Packaging paper actually cost me $8.10, but I barely even used half of it, so we'll say I used $4 worth of it. After taking all of this into account, we are left with a final profit of $40.06. Would have been closer to $55, but again, that last pair did not get accepted. However, as a first venture into the sneaker game, I don't think that's too bad. That's like a month of coffee money. Well, if you make it at home, I guess, though. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I did creating it and partaking in the side hustle. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.